Welcome back to Boring Reviews.
Boring land.
Oh, just kidding.
Blasphemer! Hello, right. Boring Review Nation!
Kind of pointless.
We know all things.
All right, welcome back to Boring Reviews.
Boo here.
Nick here. I thought you were done with that.
I just have to, keep
I thought the kibosh was put on it.
I gotta keep you on your toes.
You definitely kept me on my toes. Got surprised right there. Welcome back to Boring Reviews, and thank you for clicking for another song reaction. We are excited to bring this to you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, especially if you love it. Go ahead and show that love. And today we are looking at a song called Yeh Bandhan Toh from the film Karan Arjun. And Karan Arjun is a 1995 Hindi language fantasy action film. What do you think that means, fantasy action?
I immediately think of aliens.
Okay.
And like fighting.
It's like science fiction. Oh, I think like the film Alien or Aliens.
No, like fantasy, some type of magical element. It doesn't have to be aliens. That's more science fiction. But some type of fantasticalness, magicalness, and war. Like some Star Wars action.
That looks like blaster shots, and you're like moving your hand. Oh, like the lightsaber.
Yeah, like fighting.
So, this is a film that stars SRK and Salman Khan. And just the gist of reading, just the plot, it sounds like it's two guys that are at war with each other. The beginning of the plot detail says, in a village in Rajasthan. That's where one of the IPL teams are from.
Why would you say fantastical?
It says fantasy action. That's how they call it.
What makes it fantasy?
It revolves around the story of the two titular brothers who seek revenge from their greedy uncle for murdering their father. Okay, so it's not them against each other.
Okay.
I was wrong. But are killed by him and reincarnated to complete their revenge.
There you go.
It's like a Bill and Ted's type thing, right?
Yeah.
You gotta play death and beat him at Monopoly or something like that.
Wow, they're killed by him and then reincarnated to complete the revenge.
This movie was a huge success, making 8 times its budget, which is pretty impressive. So we're going to go and check out this song from the movie. Hopefully this song has some fantasy elements to it. Probably not because it's reincarnated. But hopefully, maybe some flying, maybe some aliens. Pew, 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 pew. No? All right. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's go ahead and see the madness. All right, so let's go ahead and full screen this up. Here we go.
That's pretty. Kind of reminds me of Sound of Music.
How dare you?
The green?
Love the mullet. So I wonder if this is after the reincarnation or before.
Well, that's
When it starts off, maybe the movie. It's cool, they all pop up.
I recognize him too.
That was the guy from the last one we just did.
Oh,
Salman Khan.
gotcha.
Baby shower.
I feel like I recognize him in another movie too.
Yeah, he's a very huge star.
And SRK's in like everything.
Everything, yeah. I don't really believe him as brothers, though. They don't really resemble each other too much.
No, they don't.
I didn't realize they were in movies together. I always thought there was some kind of like friendly rivalry between the two, but... Slingshot again. Oh, I see.
Oh gosh. Yep. Poor lady trying to walk back with her water.
He just turns around real quick. We got it for you, Mom. Oh, maybe not. There's the brotherly love right there.
Yes.
झुका देंगे हम तेरी राह में जो शोले हो तो खुद को बिछा देंगे हम ये बंधन तो प्यार का बंधन है जन्मों का
I wonder if this is like right after their dad died or something. I don't know.
Well, she had the... I'll talk about it later. Yeah, could be. Lightsabers. You were right.
They're like little kids.
They're brothers. When you're around your mom, you're going to act like a little child. That's cool, though. I want to say that's similar to a place in, what was it, Gangs of Wassaipa or something? Little shootout scene.
ममता के मंदिर की है तू सबसे प्यारी मूरत ममता के मंदिर की है तू सबसे प्यारी मूरत भगवान नजर आता है जब देखें तेरी सूरत जब जब दुनिया में आए तेरा ही
Oh, so you think they're already reincarnated? And she's excited to see them again?
I think so.
That would make sense.
That line right there. Even Death Camp Artist. But it could be before and it's just foreshadowing.
Yeah. But he did just say, hope every time we're born to you or reborn to you or something like that.
I like that part. That's cool. So what was the line? I missed the one line. I saw it there, but I just wasn't paying attention. What was the line she said about, or they said about being born?
Yeah, one of the sons, the one, the blue, had said something along the lines of like, something along the lines of like every time that we're born, like being born to her, like having her as our mother.
Okay.
Something like that. I hope that every time we're born again, you're our mother, or something along those lines.
Yeah, I think it is after, because it definitely wouldn't be right after the dad died because they're way too happy and shit.
Yeah, it's true. Way too happy.
If I'm interpreting this correctly, or maybe it's just me thinking about it, you have regular life going on in the village there. People are doing their chores, people are doing the water, they're walking with the animals, they're getting the hay or whatever that was on their heads. And these three people are celebrating the fact that they were able to come back to life, especially the two sons. I'm assuming the mom was already there. Maybe they surprised her, and it's just no one in the village knows why they're so happy or even cares what's going on because they're just doing their everyday life. But they're just so ecstatic that they're alive and they love their mom and, oh, you're the best. And I can't wait to see, whenever I watch this movie, the carnage happen afterwards because there's got to be some revenge taken. Killed the father? You killed us? We're going to sing and dance right now. We're going to tell our mom how much we love her. Oh, but there will be carnage eventually. Mom, close your eyes.
The only question I have, and we haven't seen this movie, but if I'm understanding reincarnation, well, you're reborn but in another body, so you can come back as anything, right? I'm pretty sure like an animal not too. But wouldn't they be like babies?
It's interesting. That's a good point.
So, I mean, that's just where I'm confused because even if they grew up to the age that they were now, revisiting their mom should be so much older, I would think.
It looks like they were reincarnated as someone else. We'd have to get into... Durjan kills Thakur, and when he learns of his plans to sign over the estate to Karan and Arjun, he brutally murders both of his brothers-in-law. Durga worships goddess Kali to bring her sons back. Miraculously, her prayers are heard, and the two are reincarnated but are separated and grown into different families, unaware of their past lives. So this seems like it could be the 20 years later. Like they just realize what happened beforehand, and they have this mission, and they're happy to be back with their mom again.
She just seems so young to be their mom after 20 years again. Because assuming that they...
Age, baby. She ages well.
Assuming that they weren't like 12, 13 years old when they were trying
You know how film does it. To add 20 years, they add a few more strands of gray. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. That's not been 20 years since I was 25 or so. Anyways. But one of my favorite films about reincarnation is one with Robert Downey Jr. I don't know what it's called. It's got Sybil Shepherd, I think, in it too. And Sybil Shepherd, I think it's who she is, and her husband are in love. He gets killed tragically and then gets reincarnated. Like, he goes to heaven, he sees the light, and he's like, no, my love. And he runs the other way. Gets put into a new body. 20 years later, really young Robert Downey Jr., really young. And all of a sudden, he sees Sybil. Now she's in her 40s or so. And he just starts instantly falling in love with her again and remembering things about her. So he's trying to convince her. He dates the daughter, tries to convince her it's a really, really cool movie. I saw it on TV one time and really thought it was fantastic. I like the idea of reincarnation in a film. So let us know if this movie is definitely worth watching. It sounds like it's a classic. But, for me... I'm not a huge fan of the older films unless I was brought up on it. And I get it, 1995, but that's still 26 years ago.
A long time ago.
I want you to convince me, not that you have to, not that I'm all that special. Let us know if this is worth watching for sure. And, give it a look at the next chance I get.
Totally.
But I think she's done talking. Until next time.
Goodbye, Biz.